So what was the most interesting time, you said?
Well, the most exciting times was when 10 of us was on patrol one night, and we had to take the first house in the city and stay there all night till a division pushed through us. And that you just dare not light a match at night, or you was a dead duck.
Mm-hmm.
No lights, pitch dark, you couldn't hardly see your hand in front of you. And I bumped a helmet, my helmet, steel helmet, against another one, and I challenged them, and here was a German.
You said there was a password you had?
Every night there was a different password, all the time the war was going on.
How'd you get the password?
Password was passed from command right straight down to the individual.
Okay.
And every night you had a different password, so if you come into anybody, you ask for a password. If it was a United States soldier, he knew the password, so you didn't do nothing.
So every U.S. soldier knew the same password?
Every soldier knew the same password every night.
What were the passwords? Just random words?
Just random words, that's right. And words that the Germans could not say. In their language, there's certain letters that they cannot put in a word.
Right.
And you know that right off the reel, but still they had to have a password. If they didn't know what the password was, why, they were dead ducks.
Yeah, so you bumped heads with a German.
I bumped my helmet into a German. And I asked him for the password, and as soon as he spoke up, you know that he wasn't a United States soldier.
Yeah. Huh.
So my buddies took him away.
You said something about where we at. You were patrolling, you went into the basement of a house,
Yes.
You found some people sleeping?
We were supposed to take the first house in this town and stay there till morning, till the division would come through. But in the meantime, we had a radio operator that was radioing back to the division of what we were experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And outside that house, why, after I hit my helmet against the Germans, why, the sergeant and myself was headed for the side door of this house, and there was a hedge along there, which, I mean, we didn't see anybody, hear anybody, but he got shot in the shoulder just before we went in the house. And I busted a leg off a chair to make a splint, because we couldn't get him back. We had to wait till morning till the division pushed through to get him in an ambulance to go back to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went down the basement, and there was about 12 heinies sleeping down there.
12 what?
Germans.
Oh.
They're known as heinies.
Oh, is that what you call them?
And so the fellas took care of them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there was no more.
Right.
Till morning, and all night long, we could hear footsteps outside calling for Rubo, Rubo, Rubo. Rubo was not to be found.
Yeah.
But they never come in the basement. They never come in that house. I might not even be here to talk about it.
Right.
But the next morning, the division passed through us, and then we could put our sergeant in an ambulance and send him back to hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And he was Sergeant LeBar. I remember his name. He's from over in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. So how many countries were you in? Do you remember?
Oh, golly. I don't know. England, Scotland, France, Belgium, Germany, and another country I can't think of right now.
You weren't in Switzerland, were you?
Not Switzerland, no. Did I say Scotland? Yeah, England, France, Germany, Scotland, Belgium, Holland.
Holland.
You did say Holland.
Yeah, that's it.
He brought me back a beautiful wristwatch.
Oh, yeah?
When he got in the door that night, or that morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, he opened up his duffel bag and handed me this watch. And a year or two later, I was bathing the boys, And the oldest one I got him up because I'd finished him, and he went in the room. The setting in there looked like he was stolen or something, a big safety pin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately, I laid the watch back on the back of the toilet. Couldn't find it. He evidently had dropped it down the toilet. He was too little to understand what he'd done, but at the same time, I lost my watch. That made me heartsick.
Huh.
To know that Edward came from over there, and he thought of me enough to bring that back.
Right.
One of those experiences when you're raising children.
Yeah. Just gotta.
Well, Swiss watches you could buy over there for about $12, and over here they were $75.
Yeah. Little bit of a difference.
Quite a bit.
I have my memories of it anyway.
Anything else?
No.
I wouldn't know. I'm happy to be home.
Okay. Well, good. We're happy here too.